Prepare for another chill review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978, Transformers Generations Combiner Wars, First Aid, Deluxe class of course.
First Aid is just as likely to be first on the scene to help a wounded bot as he is to show up to repair a broken dishwasher. To the Protectobot medic, the greatest enemy is malfunction. Human, bot, or machine, if it's broken, First Aid won't carry on until it's back up and running.
Here's First Aid's comic artwork, which looks nice. I like it a lot more than Ironhide's. And here is this bio information that I will let you read at your leisure. Of course, by pausing and reading it. This stuff over here. Now let's look at this inner artwork. We get to see the sketch phase right there. This clay or gray model. Finished product. Some of the stuff right here. If it'll focus, come on. That looks like Ratchet. I'm probably late to the game on that, but yeah. Okay. First Aid. He's really cool. I'm not sure about what they chose as far as the head sculpt though. I mean, looks kind of weird. I mean, I see he has a mouth and he has a couple of eyes. And what's weird is if you rotate it, he still has a mouth and a couple of eyes. So he's always looking at you, which I guess is a good attribute. Could you imagine? A bunch of people would be like, worst review ever. But anyway, his real head looks awesome and it's so comic accurate. I mean, off to the side of his little faceplate, it almost looks like he has a grin right there, which is a little weird though. Here's the side, here's the back. I haven't tried this yet, but nah, it looked like he could, but he can't really look up that far, even though that ball joint is in such a way where it looks like he should be able to look up, which isn't all that good. But yeah, I love this dude. I didn't realize it at first until I just compare him next to Ironhide and Off-Road. But although he shares the same basic skeleton and same basic design, his whole body is remolded except he has the same crotch pieces, same hip, same thigh and knee joint. And he has the same bicep joint. And I believe the same shoulder assembly. And the same combiner port. But everything else is remolded. The whole lower leg is completely redesigned. Like even the guards right here, none of that's the same. It has a port right there, they don't. One thing that is the same is the tires are the same on the top and bottom. But the forearm completely remolded. Let's make sure this focuses. But the forearm is a complete different piece. They have ports there, he doesn't. Like even right here. Like even though this looks the same or looks similar, it's different. And like he has like some pistons right there, whereas they have some coils, and even on this side they have wires going to the back, which he doesn't have. He has like an empty groove that look like a sound box could fit in there. But man, they did some extensive retooling. Now one thing that's the same is the weapon. Now I like his weapon way better than unpainted Mr. Ironhide right there. I mean, at least they didn't just paint the trim, they painted the whole blade. But their weapons look the best out of the two. And his little combiner port is just plain black plastic instead of purple, as we saw with Off-Road, and of course silver with Ironhide here, but it's the same part. And you can know it's his because it's black with that little red thing in there. They tend to give the combiner parts some of the color that's in the actual figure. As far as his color, I don't know if you can actually see this, but this piece, the forearms and the thighs are like a maroon color, whereas this right here is a painted red, and they don't quite match up. Yeah, you can see it down here. This is darker, that's darker than this actual paint, but it still actually looks good. I mean, he looks good overall. I'm extremely satisfied with him. I couldn't wait to get him. One thing they corrected with his redesign is this backpack actually snaps in, like it clips in right there. These little grooves click in. Well, actually clips in on the window, but Ironhide and Off-Road, they don't click in at all anywhere. There's a little groove there for it to sit in, but it just can move all over the place, whereas First Aid stays sturdy. First Aid has the same articulation as all the other Combiner Wars deluxe figures, where it hits all the marks and gives you everything you just might need besides maybe ankle pivot or toe turn and wrist. But anyway, we've seen this transformation so many times. He transforms just like Off-Road and Ironhide. So I'm going to just snap my fingers and he's going to be a truck. Yeah, he's a truck. And he's not any type of truck. He is an ambulance or rescue vehicle. Yeah, ambulance. I mean, it looks really, really nice. I love the paint apps right here. I mean, we get a lot of decent paint apps with Combiner Wars, but they are still a little bit cheap, as in they didn't give him any rims. And this red would have looked nice if it matched up there. And just like all the rest of them, they don't paint the back, keeping repro labels into business. I like that they painted this window up here. And he even has these weapon clip-on points that they used to give us with Generations, like starting in like maybe a 2011-ish. Can't remember. His grill is painted silver, but the lights aren't painted anything. But he still looks nice. Of course, his weapons can store on the side of him. I believe First Aid is a pacifist, so I guess he uses this axe to break down buildings that are on fire. And let's see, this should still click onto here, but I haven't tried to put this on. Yeah, let me pause. Okay, either they gave me the wrong fingers, or I guess somebody else gonna have to tell me in the comments, but it should clip onto here, but these fingers do not have the groove that Ironhide and Off-Road have, where they can clip onto this and have weapons stored on the top right there, which I don't know if he would use. Maybe they shoot water, since it's First Aid and he doesn't like to fight or whatever. But anyway, it would have been nice if this actually clipped on there. Please in the comments let me know. I might have to return this dude. But outside of that, you can connect it on the side. And yeah, I don't like that. Anywho, I love this guy's vehicle mode. I love his robot mode. He's very, very awesome. I like him way more than I thought, since he's just basically a retool. But he's retooled so much that he almost feels like a new character. Even though he has the same basic outline. I guess he's the difference between, it's like G1 Bumblebee and G1 Cliffjumper. They had the same legs and arms, basically, and back, but their whole body was different, and they turned into a whole different vehicle. But anywho, if you like this review, think about giving me a like. You should. Subscribe. Share. Definitely comment, because I want to know about that Combiner port piece. Until next time, T-Man978, out of here.